Welcome back, my friendly friends, to more Trails Beyond the Horizon. Feral Fiasco here, and last episode...
Great, have a taste of my gourmet offerings.
We came...
Tongue will thank you.
Well, geez. We came back, and it's time for us to go ahead and get to, well...
I look forward to seeing you again in the very near future.
She is very talkative.
All right,
Seeing how
let's do
things
this.
are
Hey.
happening, shaking. We're going to head to... Well, I guess we're closest to here. So let's check this out to start with.
All right.
I took on a shady part-time delivery job, and now I'm in trouble. I was blinded by the high pay, but once I got the mirror, my personal information was stolen. Please, you have to help me. I'll be waiting by the back alley near the station. That's something that I actually really like about this. Oh, there's a 4SPG on the bulletin board. A shady part-time delivery job. When I think of clandestine delivery person, she is the one who always springs to mind, but now she's otherwise preoccupied, so some poor schmuck got taken for a ride. Personally, I don't think she has anything to do with this 4SPG. At least I hope she doesn't. Well, whatever the case, there's been a lot happening behind the scenes lately that I'd classify as concerning. Might be worth looking into this and hearing what our prospective client has to say. But that's something that I really like about the 4SPGs. They feel so modern. Somebody having their personal information stolen after doing something they shouldn't have been doing. Yeah, that tracks. Something for the modern bracer to be able to tackle.
Come and see for yourselves.
Alright, we were just up here. By the way, you guys hear there was a big management shakeup at Zekt's Arms after that incident in the spring? Rosalie's gone now? Yeah, I did. I don't know of any of the specifics. You able to shed light on said shakeup? Wish I could. Afraid I'm just as in the dark about that as you, though. But what I did hear is that after the restructuring, a bunch of their parts started popping up all over the black market. We're just never gonna be free of Zekt Arms, are we? We're talking everything from outmoded weapons to prototypes that never made it into production. They're like Team Rocket, dude. Oh, that sounds very bad. True, but it sounds super cool too. I presume some have ended up on the shelves of the Blacklight District's vendors? Yep, definitely. And there are rumblings that one part also made its way into the hands of an ostensibly front-facing seller too. Sounds like they have contacts in the criminal underworld, so who knows what they're planning to do with it. Well, that's about all I got. If you want to know more, you'll have to dig into it on your own. Oh, one more thing. I heard the part they got is a high-spec prototype. It was an invention that Rosalie woman made by mistake. How do you invent? Well, I was gonna say how do you invent something by mistake, but that kind of happens all the time, doesn't it? Rosalie, the chief developer at Zekt Arms, was acting behind the scenes during the spring. I thought she had been arrested, though. Yeah, but then she was released on bail, and she fled the country after that. Her bail had to, okay, I'll give Calvert authorities the benefit of the doubt and say that they set the bail for someone that freaking dangerous at several million Mira, rather than letting her out on bail at all. She tried to kill a whole bunch of people. She's extremely dangerous. Whatever. Haven't heard anything about her since. The fact the old biddy actually made it out is shady as hell. I know running with her tail between her legs is what she's good at, but still. Regardless, if we do manage to get our hands on that weapon, it could prove to be useful in fights. It's probably going to be some kind of hollow. Fair point. In that case, might be worth keeping an eye out for it. Though that'd require us working out the identity of the seller who's got one foot in the light and the other in the dark. And we've got Diddley Squad on the lead front. Wait, there is that person who helped with Yum's bike. If there is one place that have a connection to both sides, it'd be his hardware store. What? Yume's bike? We did, I like, orbital gun to my head, I would say we did every single 4SPG over the course of the last 2 games. The person who helped with Yume's bike.
Look no further than Holden Groceries.
Yume's bike?
Everyone to come and see for yourself.
When did she get a bike? His hardware store. Maybe, wait, was it the... It's not the dude on, he's got a pretty wide spread of goods, too. Oh, it can't be him. Guess it wouldn't hurt to drop by.
Time to solve some problems.
Zect Armaments.
Thank you for visiting the Weston Department Store.
Huh?
We are currently hosting a special event.
Right.
Yume's bike? What the heck are they talking about?
To come and participate.
Alright, well... Probably going to have to brute force this one. But I'm going to start with who I think it might be. Treon Tower, Old Town. No, it's not Old Town. It's the Riverside District that I need to go to. But that's looking like it's not going to be an option just yet.
All right, let's do this.
So I guess since we're here, we might as well knock out this... I think this was a monster? Oh, okay. Colt. Did you need me for something? Wait a sec. You're that Spriggan guy, aren't you? Colt, right? We saw your 4SPG. We're from Arkwright Solutions. Oh, thank the goddess! I can't believe you actually came! I really need your help, man. I've got no one else to turn to. Everything will be alright. We promise. Why don't you start by describing your problem in detail? Yeah, give us the rundown. Right. Well, to start, I'm a college student here in the capital. And not too long ago, I helped someone out with a job, but it turns out it wasn't exactly, legal. Oh, I've heard about criminal organizations forcing unsuspecting people to do their dirty work. Yeah, and thanks to the rise of the Orbital Network, the number of victims is increasing. I'm self-supporting, so I have to take all the jobs I can to make ends meet. Oh, he's a gig worker. But when I saw the new Orbital scooter, I had to have it. I ended up buying one on credit. While I was working even harder than ever to pay it off, I came across this advertisement on the net. They were recruiting for a part-time delivery man position, open only to those with Orbital scooters. I applied and followed the instructions detailed in the orb mail I got. Then they sent me this briefcase. All I had to do was take it to a specific place, and they deposit 5,000 Mira into my account. Well, hook, line, freaking sinker. A lot of people would have fallen for that. At first, I was over the moon. But as I thought on it more, I got cold feet. I sent them a message saying I had to back out, and in response, they gave me details about the next job. Yeah, they had that certainly ain't good. Along with a record of my personal information. So, do it or we know where to find you. A threat, huh? They've got it down to a science. They sent you more Mira too, right? Yes. I tried to give it back, but they wouldn't take it. Sending money to turn you into an accomplice is a pretty common move for these guys. I take it that's why you can't go to the guild even though you're looking for help. There's no getting around the fact that you're a mule for these guys. The guild and the police definitely wouldn't let that slide. If this gets out, you might even be kicked out of school. I know! That's why I haven't turned to them! I spent a whole year preparing for college, and then I finally made it. My parents were so happy for me. And then you went ahead and screwed it up by buying this stupid Orbital bike. Though I guess, maybe, okay, let's not go too crazy here. For them, an orbital scooter would be like a hoverboard, I feel like. Even though those kind of already exist, but yeah, there'd definitely be college students who'd buy a hoverboard on credit if those became available. Well, maybe not a hoverboard. Something street legal, running on something new. I don't know, but I can see the allure. I never imagined something like this would happen. Stupid me and my stupid greed. You're the only ones I can turn to. Please help me. Fan? Of course we'll help you out, Colt. Alright, we'll help you. These guys are luring people in with tempting offers and then dragging them into the shadows. No way I'm letting them get away with it in my own backyard. Well said. Let's do what we can to find an ideal solution. Oh, thank you very much! Save your thanks when we're done. Till then, we're gonna need something to start with. Why don't you finish telling us everything you know? You got it! A slightly calmer Colt was unable to relay more information about the case. After which, the group had him wait in the back alleyway. A delivery man job, huh? Sounds like someone's trying to capitalize on Hermes being off the grid. Yes, they're taking advantage of the void she left behind, as well as the recent release of the orbital scooter. They put a surprising amount of thought into this scheme. What they're doing is pretty damn low, though. That's putting it mildly. I mean, they're pushing innocent people into a life of crime. We need to catch them before they do any more harm. There's just one problem. Only clue we've got is the message Colt showed us from his employer. Right. And I'm sure it won't shock you to learn the sender's address is encrypted. But some of the orb mails were forwarded to multiple people simultaneously. Huh. Well, I guess in case somebody did slip loose, they would have backups. By analyzing those, I was able to identify one other recipient. So what you're saying is, someone else has been dragged into this kind of work. The name of the person in question is Largo. Theo and I have already figured out where he is too. Man, everybody's information is just up for grabs, huh? The Satan district. Odds are he's got a scooter. Let's see what we can find.
Okay, time to get to work.
So, go ahead and hit up the Satan district.
I guess we're off.
See what's going on. Ooh, more stuff to buy. And this is, yep, upstairs. Oh, well.
I'm sure the police will be able to help.
Well, let's spend our sweet, sweet Mira here, I guess. Unsweetened canned coffee, refreshing barley tea. We'll come back to do all the story stuff after we've got everything else taken care of. As is our way. So their economy is still booming despite the fact that reparations have ended. That's good.
Please take as much time as you need.
As nice as this
I hope to
is,
see you again.
I'm sure I'm gonna regret that if we run into anything too serious of a fight. We'll loop around after.
Hey, the basketball crew's here today.
I could go for some early morning exercise. Anyone want to shoot some hoops?
Nah, we'll hold off on that.
Something?
We
Hey,
are luxurious, and then we need that smooth Genmaicha. So we'll sell these droplets, because I will never use these. Daybreak droplet. Up to level 8. Oh. Only 1,000
Don't be a
XP?
stranger. Hey,
Is it just
welcome.
me, or is that a little freaking low?
Don't be a stranger.
Dang, man. Carryover save bonuses ain't what they used to be. No busted starting equipment, no nothing. Berzelia. Well, alright then. What's she doing, actually? Why hasn't Eddie contacted me? When I've gone to see him lately, he's been so absent-minded. He acts like he's hiding something. Maybe he doesn't like me anymore. Seems like something's really got her down. Maybe they had some sort of disagreement? I doubt it.
You like what you see?
Yes.
Please come again.
Alright, so... he can't be back there. It's, I guess we have to do some serious footwork. Look for... what's going on downstairs in the basement? Or the underground parking garage. Yeah. What's up here? Oh!
Do you have a moment?
Alright, man. We're here to help. Help us help you. They want me to take this briefcase someplace outside the city lines? Damn it. That demands get worse and worse each time. Same with the pay. Ah, so the pay's dwindling too. Our partnership has proven very lucrative. I'm looking forward to your continued results. Just don't think that you can get away from us. Well, that's ominous. Shit! How did it come to this? Mira is the root of all evil. Huh? A blank message? No doubt about it. That's Largo. Yep, looks like we hit the jackpot. Who are you? I'm what you call a Spriggan, and I got a couple of questions for you. It's about your current job. I don't know what you're talking about. You don't have to hide it. We're on your side. Unless you really did sell your soul to an organized crime syndicate, then I'm not so sure. I bet you were told that if you talked to anyone, you'd regret it. I know nothing! Nothing! Leave me alone. I don't have a choice. As long as I do well, I'll move up. And the only other option is 6 args down. That's the underworld for you. Now you're stuck in the middle of it, but it's too early to give up living in the sun. Seriously, what do you want from me? Wait, did you say Spriggan? Don't tell me you're that problem solver I've heard about. The one and only. Look, we're here to help. Mind giving us the lowdown? Alright, Largo, you're in freaking luck. So he and Colt are in roughly the same boat. Though it sounds like Largo's done a few more jobs for them. He's further along in the pipeline. I realized the goods I was delivering were suspicious. But the pay was too good. I convinced myself it would be fine as long as no one found out. By the time I realized just how bad it was, I was in too deep. So they don't just use your personal information to back you into a corner, they exploit your guilt and fear as well. Ooh, when I get my hands on these guys! Guess we better follow the stench back to the source ASAP. Is that even possible? You don't even know who my employers are. That all depends on what clues you can give us. For starters, why don't you hand me the goods? There is surely no better clue than the product itself. Seeing how convoluted their setup was and how they force you to transport the case, opening it up might just lead us directly to them. Fair warning though, since we're not the police or the guild, we can turn a blind eye to the stuff you got tricked into doing. But you'll have to give up the dirty mirror you made. That's as much of a break as I can give you. So all this for nothing. Well, actually no, the dirty mirror is the price of being able to walk away from such a bad decision. It all depends on whether you fear your employer more than you trust us. I get it. I'll trust you for now. And I agree to your conditions too. Please help me. The group received the attaché and checked its contents. A gun? A gun? Weapon trafficking. And they were using normal people to do it. I had a feeling. How did I get caught up in something like this? If the police had pulled me over even once, you'd be freaking toast. Burnt toast. Then all the blame would be put on you as the man in charge disappears. That's a pretty common tactic. Scan of trace odor residue on attaché case complete. Observation, Scent of fresh produce, seafood, and other consumable goods identified. Alright, so Centre Marché we go. Deduction, 78% chance attaché case passed through the Centre Marché. Oh, the Centre Marché? I guess Theo would be familiar with it, seeing as they sometimes do grocery runs for Monmar. But I can't really think of many hiding spots there that rats like them could hole up in. Can't hurt to drop by and do some shard searches just in case. In the meantime, you should find some place to lay low, but keep sending them updates like you're still doing the job. You got it. I'll do whatever you need. Please, you're all I've got. Alright, so we're gonna head to their Centre Marché. Give me 1 sec, though. With no more dallying, the Centre Marché calls our name.
What are we waiting for?
Names, plural, I guess. Oh, so this place is looking mighty familiar. So far, so fine. Nothing. This district's teeming with activity, just like always. It only gets more packed by the day with the economy hitting its stride. Well, obviously, a market's the first place you'd expect that to affect. Still, all this liveliness is sure to be drawing in people of all sorts. Yeah, might even be some we know. Let's give the place a once-over. Oh. Scent particles in the air are a confirmed 97% match for the analyzed odor residue on the attaché case. Well, it sounds like you made the right call coming here to do shard searches. Now let me just register the metallic scent of the gun in the app, and done. We're good to go. Great. Alright, let's get to searching. So, our shard search tutorial, use a shard search and follow the metallic scent. Yeah, you can now use shard search throughout the town. Centre Marché is also where we got the shard search tutorial in the the previous game. By pressing R3, you can examine objects and suspicious spots that you normally can't see.
I'm getting a reading. You should investigate the area.
And investigate we shall.
Sure.
Let's have a look.
So they went this way. Oh. We'll come back around. It's gonna lead us to okay. Well, this is a lot like the tutorial that we had in the previous game, because it led us to this exact same spot then too. I guess the Centre Marché is just uniquely suited for this. Scent continues beyond the door. Seems this connects to the old sewer system. This must be the place then. If everyone's ready, then let's jump them. Yeah, let's get to fighting. Somebody said that Aaron in combat was pretty suited to crits, I think, and so they carefully made their way along the old sewer system. I might have to take a look into that, but eventually they arrived in a wide chamber deep inside. Whoa, they've got a whole operation. So it was you guys, the Dolor family. These jokers just won't stay gone. There's so many of them. Well, there aren't about to be once we're done. Who are you? They should know by now. It's the damn Spriggan. Why's he here? This is the gang that Ronald was a part of before he was arrested for the Aramis incident. So, you're the ones behind the gun peddling, huh? Here I was, all psyched up for a big shot mastermind showdown. But you're just the same third-rate mafia gutter trash we've fought a million times before. Say that again, I dare you! You guys have a very bad losing track record against us. We've had enough trouble as is being on the police and guild's radar thanks to that damn spoiled brat. Like, I thought these guys were over and done with. We've cooked them so hard so many times. There's no way we're gonna let you ruin this golden egg-laying scheme we thought up on our own. Alright, well. On your own? Gathering people's personal info? Using fear to force them to commit crimes? Right, this is the oldest trick in the book, and they think they innovated it? Buddy, that's right out of Almada's playbook. You just missed one crucial lesson. In the end, they got wiped out. Now, As for the dirt you have on all the people you dragged into your criminal enterprise, you're going to give it all to us. And we want all the hardware you used for these jobs too. We're basically about to dismantle you guys brick by brick. Go to hell! You think we're gonna let you stop us? 8 hostiles confirmed. We'll have to intercept them quickly. There's nothing to worry about. Let's just get this over with. Obviously, we're about to dance on these dudes like we have every single time. Fatal Edge. Alright. Ooh, Blitz.
Use a shard boost to get the upper hand.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I've kind of forgotten how Blitz works. It's been a little bit. Where are we at? Blitz, there we go. Blitz is activated when it appears as an AT bonus. Extra party member can join in to attack targets with additional hit. It can be activated by a normal attack. Okay. So instead of a normal attack, can we not? Oh, right. So we can still double S boost, but it's no longer needed. And we've also got Azure Sunray, but let's do the Vandalize Raid EX. Or Vandalize Raid X, rather. We couldn't use Azure Sunray during the thing. Critical. And of course, yeah. Alright, well, we should be able to line all these... Oh, hold on. We were probably better off right there where we were at. And I've got first chapter on the brain, so I'm moving all around like we don't need to stay close to our people. It's aerial slash. We might have to. He can impede with this. How greedy? Not that greedy.
Make it count.
All right. Well, we just have to do what we can do. And so, can he can Dunamis Driver. Alright, there we go. Now he can Dunamis Driver.
Don't test me. This is it.
Oh, right, and that's the ZOC that activates.
Let's go, Zeros. Take off. Do it, Theo. Dunamis. Driver.
Well, that went well. And we get another immediate turn. He's not... I'm not sure how I feel about him still being able to use his attack like that, but... Oh, he's only got 208 HP? Now he has 0. And this guy managed to escape our wrath entirely. She does. Go ahead and get in there.
Not done yet.
And then one more. A martial finish from Agnes. Pretty rare, but, you know, sometimes she has to get in there. Let him know that she's ready for this. They're tough. Our money. Whew. Hostiles suppressed. Is this really all they're good for? Taking big L's from us every single time? Yeah, basically. Now we need to figure out what to do with all this data and hardware. What should we do here? Wipe the data and leave things to the guild. Leave the data to the affected parties. Destroy the hardware. We could use some chaos. I say we destroy it all. Rather nip this in the bud than have it come back to bite us down the line. Hell yeah! It doesn't get much quicker and dirtier than to smash shit up. There's some quality material here, so admittedly, I do have my reservations about that approach. No mercy! I will burn it all to the ground! Dang, didn't even let him finish speaking. After that, they anonymously reported the Dolor family and left. Then they returned to their client to make a report. You're free! I'm sure they don't have any backups anywhere. We don't have to worry about that. I can't believe you were able to solve this so quickly! Thank you! So we're not going to be forced to do any more illegal jobs, right? Correct. You should be okay. We've already destroyed the documents and hardware they used in the little scheme. Even passed some info onto the police and guild anonymously. That should prevent anyone from running the same kind of scheme. Incredible! You really are thorough! Talk about taking a weight off my shoulders. We're just glad we were able to find a workable solution. We're Arkwright Solutions, after all. Just hope you've learned your lesson and will be more careful in the future. No matter how good something seems, there's usually a catch. Especially things you find on the net. No such thing as a free lunch. Plus, if you work hard for your Mira, you'll think more about how you should spend it. Right. I'll remember that. Thanks for everything. Really.
That takes care of that.
Job well done. And that good old money. Chaos plus plus. It started us off, wow, with nothing. We were at like rank 3 in the start of the last game, but I'm sure if it's anything like it was in the previous games, if we really pound 2 of the alignments and leave 1 completely unused, we'd be able to max them out. I'm not going to play that way. I'm going to play it by ear and pick what I think is best. So we might it might look a little spotty. Might look a little spotty towards the end, but stick with me. We'll see. So this, I probably could have purchased. Ooh, yeah, I probably could have purchased these up when we were coming by. We weren't canned corn soup. Ooh, lost me on that one. And the fishing shop should be around here somewhere too. I think behind here.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Our eyes might be bigger than our wallets on this
Thank you
one.
for coming.
Yeah. What do we not? We can sell our old gear. Yeah. We have so much, we might have to double back here once we've, yeah. We have literally no value off of these. I don't want to get rid of any of those.
Please.
But yeah, might there's actually okay, we're gonna have to leave all of these right now because there is actually no way we're gonna be able to buy everything. So first things first, what's up with you?
Kind of fun. Do you have a moment?
Think you're barking up the wrong tree here. Sure, I've got ties to some less than illicit types, but the weapons I sell are all properly authorized, see? Alright, let's not kid ourselves. No way you couldn't get your hands on that sort of stuff through some back channel or other. I won't deny it. But the goods Zect Arms puts out are too chancy for me to do business all willy-nilly. So sorry, but if that's what you're after, you'll have to look elsewhere. Damn shame. He never explicitly stated that he doesn't have any on hand, though. There it is, on yes. She's learned up by now. Yeah, it's pretty obvious that Yazan's our guy. Oh, dang, I believed him. I would not make a very good Spriggan, but for whatever reason, he's being dodgy about it. Maybe we could try and strike up a deal anyway. If we are in need of a bargaining chip, perhaps it would behoove us to speak with the police. Oh, yeah. Have some screws so that we could then put to the guy should we need to. It may yield us useful intelligence, given their likely vigilance for Zect Arms merchandise. We also know someone in Old Town with a penchant for components. He might have more details too. Concealed goods. Okay. We've got what's going on up here?
Let's do this.
See what El Fuss is about. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and head back to the police station. Oh.
It's Mishy and them. I didn't know they'd be here today.
Looks like fans are finally warming up to their new designs.
The Ozempic Mishy? I'm not sure about this one. But hi everybody. Hope I didn't keep you waiting too long. Look, boys and girls, do you know who this is? He's got his sister hooked on that same stuff. It's my little sister, Machette, here to see you all. That means starting today, she'll be busting up my one-cat monopoly over Calvard. But we'll do our best to make it work. Yay, Machette! Okay, well. Make a wishy with Mishy. Are you guys ready for a me-he-tabulous time? I've got more youthful energy than my old fogey of a brother, so try your best to keep up with my moves. I don't know. Well, I guess she does move a little smoother than the one over in Crossbell. Today, we're going to shake off the arthritis and groove it Machette style. That goes for you grown-up friends in the crowd, too. Just channel your inner child, dance along, and all together now, make a wishy with Mishy. All right, well. Oh, wow. I didn't even know Mishy had a little sister. Wow. Talk about being behind the times. People were really clamoring for her to come to Calvard, and now it's finally happened. Feels overdue, if anything, considering how much steam they've been picking up here. Either way, I'm betting a certain Michelamite will freak about this, for better or worse. So, he's talking about a certain someone. But we have yet to meet said certain someone, so we'll leave that. So, Station Street. I'm not sure where the... I know it's on Station... Oh, wait, am I wrong? Because there's no thing... Yeah, I'm mistaken.
I guess
It's here we wanted to go to. I don't know. We had a whole lot of stuff that basically amounted to, hey, just because Mishy has gotten out of rehab, it doesn't mean he's not the same lovable skimp you used to remember. Just make sure you don't bring anything with anything sharp on the end of it around him, okay? I actually have no idea how you take Ozempic. Is it a pill? Let's just pretend that it's not a pill, because otherwise my joke doesn't work. Sup, Inspector? Got a sec to chat? Good morning, Detective Nate. Member of the EPD Special Investigations Department, Detective Nate.
Good morning to you too, Agnes. As for you, Spriggan, what do you need from us, huh?
Jeez, we didn't bail you out enough times last game? Come on, where's the love?
What gave you the idea you could just waltz in and out of here like you own the place?
I mean...
And don't talk like we're all buddy-buddy.
Nate, come on. Don't be like that. Okay, I get this is your bit, but you ain't exactly practicing bias-free policing with these attitude pendulum swings. Come on. All of us are friends here, right, Inspector? We worked on tons of cases together at this point. Yeah. Head of the EPD Special Investigations Department, Inspector Daswani.
Well, that's true, and even if you have been helpful from time to time, you have to set some limits.
Aw, come on, you love us, Daswani. And we've actually come quite a long, like, it's been only a year-ish, but we've come quite a long way with these two.
Or else word will get around that the Edith police rub shoulders with those who dabble in the gray.
Okay, I figure that would be kind of... You say that, but didn't you visit Monmar with your family the other day? Right. You're already hobnob with us pretty regularly. Yeah, you and Victor talked up a storm about your daughter and Yumi before teaming up to rag on Van. Oh, wow. Well.
What I do in my free time is beside the point.
So Van's catching it from all sides. Let's cut to the chase. Is there something I can help you with today? And keep it brief, okay? We're very busy here. That's so. You guys slam these days too? Guess that makes sense, what with the whole Republic being caught up in the space program hype and all. When there's an increase in events and tourists, it follows that trouble would rise as well. Well, that isn't really a problem for us in itself. After all, Edith's security is about as good as it can be, when the police aren't being kept at arm's length anyway. And what do you mean by that? Kept at arm's length by whom? It can't be the guild. Like, the guild and the police seem far more amicable than the relationship that the Liberal Guild has with their own police force, even though it's the military who handles that over there. I'm getting to it. See? Oh, crap. Already said more than he should have. That's not information meant for prying ears, is what I'd normally say. Right, you can trust us with this stuff. But seeing as you all have some connections on that end, this might actually be worth divulging to you. So you've been having coordination problems with the CID and the military recently? That's fishy. Something here stinks. Well, something here smells like high-end cologne. Which is to say, it smells like Graham Heart. That doesn't seem right. They didn't even give us a heads up about the second rocket launch until the last possible second. Oh, the cops were caught off guard by that too? Okay, yeah. Now it makes perfect sense, because that's the exact sort of thing you'd want a police cordon set up for, or something like that. Or at least a police presence. The whole thing was suddenly broadcast live to the city screens, leading to all sorts of problems cropping up. Oh, people crowding it, messing up foot traffic. Yeah, that sort of thing, I'm sure. It's a small miracle we managed to prevent any major incidents or accidents from happening. Feels like their activities are more opaque than ever before. I had hoped you might have heard something from that friend of yours. Yeah. Oh, they're gonna... Mr. Renee, what's up? Sad to say, but I've got nothing. Seems Marduk didn't get any advance notice either. Must be acting all on their own then. Yes, I had the same thought. Guess I'm not gonna be taking it easy before the final rocket launch is over and done with. Hey, Inspector, you mind if I put out that case you assigned me? And just what compelled you to ask such a stupid question? You know as well as I do it's nothing we can postpone. What case are you talking about, if I might ask? Well, lately, we've had a string of missing person reports being filed by mistake. By mistake? Like somebody comes asking for a missing persons to be filed, and then whoever they're after just shows up? Like a wife running away from home after a fight. Oh, like a wife running away from home after a fight, or a boyfriend vanishing out of the blue. You know, that kind of thing. Every time they come back within a few days, and we'll get a call to have the report retracted. I don't know, it sounds like they were valid for quite a while, though. Sorry, sir. Forgive me and my big mouth. Normally, I'd say that doesn't sound all that unusual, but them happening one after another is definitely weird. Well, okay, I guess this pattern is quite odd. Agreed. While there have only been a handful of instances so far, it's nevertheless still cause for concern. We've been investigating this in addition to all the work the space program has caused. Unfortunately, leads are a bit scarce at the moment. Gotcha. In that case, we'll keep an eye out on our end too for now. Gotta pay you back somehow for all that juicy police intel you just gave us. Apologies, but I'd be beyond grateful for it. Hold on, Inspector. We don't need to rely on him. I'm still making progress here. By standing there yapping? Yeah, sure. Now get back to work, you lazy oaf. Isn't Daswani standing around too? But you know what? It's okay when Daswani does it, so says I.
Let me ask you something.
So what you know about this? The police are aware that a large number of weapons have been dumped into the black market. Our reports indicate that the armaments used by Almada's leaders were manufactured by Zect Arms. We'll have to keep a close eye on things to make sure such heinous weapons aren't misused again. Alright, well, that didn't really tell us much, but... Carrying a product manufactured by Zect Arms could be in violation of the law, depending on your situation. Really? The counterterrorism laws have recently been revised, meaning there are even more reasons someone can be charged. Oh, well, I guess it can't all be sunsets and roses in Calvert all the time. Like, say, unauthorized possession of weapons of unknown purpose. Oh yeah, okay, Calvert would definitely want to nip any of that in the bud. Unknown purpose? Like if you weren't using it or selling it? It sounds like that would apply. Hoarding weapons behind closed doors might be viewed as preparation to commit an act of terror. I could see how the law might make that assumption anyway. Yes, but even so, there are cases where storing weapons long-term is required, like inventory, for example. In such cases, you can submit a report and get approval, but it'll be harder if the weapon was made by Zect Arms. I never know what you're thinking, but you fixers be careful, alright? Don't worry about us. We're honest citizens. We'd never do anything dangerous like that. Huh, so you say. Sure sounds like it'd be a real problem if someone hung on to something like that. Yazan probably doesn't want that kind of heat, so we might be able to persuade him to part with it. Key phrase, the risk of weapons of unknown purpose obtained. Okay, hold on. Let me, oh, crap. But we should have, yes, 1600. I want to remember what, Van said. It would have been after this. Never explicitly stated. Speak with the police. Old Town. Okay, yeah. And someone else in Old Town, who I'm assuming is Jin. Go ahead and see what... Oh. Well, hello, Bear Guard. Holding down the fort. We'll definitely give you more time with the... No, it's that guy, the returned father dude. Alright.
Do you have a moment?
So what you got? Oh, Yazan. That sounds like him, all right. Not to say I don't understand why you'd have qualms about handling wares that precarious as is. So, what do you think Yazan's planning to do with the Zect arms weapons he's got his hands on then? Disassemble them into their base components and sell them off, were I to hazard a guess. That approach carries far, far less of a risk to the alternative. Though I can't help but find it a tad wasteful. Why do you say that? How so? Is it that the components themselves are low in value, perhaps? But easier to move, I'm sure. Precisely. Zect arms tend to use counterfeits of parts from other makers. Is there anything good about Zect arms, even a little bit? As such, they aren't worth much individually. But one could argue that ZA's true merit lies in their ability to bring out the full potential of said parts via unconventional combinations and customizations. Okay, so Rosalie was good at what she was doing. Like, being able to make something renowned with crap, that's nothing to shake a stick at. In other words, there's overwhelmingly more profit to be had selling the weapons in their finished state. Exactly right. If anything, doing the alternative may very well land him in the red. Makes sense. Thanks for the helpful tip. So what? ZA product profit margin obtained. So we have two different ways that we can confront him about this. Okay, I think we've got enough info now. So, it'd be better to sell without taking it to pieces, and there's a risk to holding on to it. This should give me a leg up in the negotiations. So what? We hit him a reason to sell. Okay, cool. So let's head back to Sanctuary Marche.
Off we go.
Now that we have our screws, we can get to putting them to Yazan. Alright, man. We tried to do it the nice way. Now we gotta do it the fun way. One of these. Alright. A reason to sell.
A little birdie told me.
Alright. I see. I had a nagging feeling that was the case. Well, I guess it's in my best interest to part with it ASAP. Maybe I can still walk away with a tidy profit. At the very least, I'm sure you all wouldn't use it for some nefarious end. Very well, since you went to all the trouble of digging into this, I'll sell it to you. Uh-oh. Do we have the mirror for this? Cool. Appreciate that. So you had it all along, but why? To be honest, it was pure coincidence that I saw this thing floating around. It's dangerous having these things on the open market, so I snatched it up before it could fall into the wrong hands. Oh, it was altruistic. I had planned to dismantle and sell it, but I had no idea doing so would put me at that much of a loss. Is that a fact? In any event, I'll turn it over to you. For the right price. I do still run a business here. We might be hoes. Let's see. How about 900 Mira? Okay, that will eat into what we got in our pockets quite a bit, but... I've got enough for that. Should I go for it? I wonder... Hold off. Okay, well... Okay, I'll take it. I'll admit, buying something Rosalie made leaves a sour as hell taste in my mouth. But if it helps beef up our arsenal, I can't complain. Yeah, I'm already looking forward to testing it out. Sounds like we have a deal. Oh, I almost forgot. Do you want me to disable the limiter? Limiter? Wait, it has a limiter? That's right, because admittedly its handling is a bit unwieldy. As such, I wouldn't call the weapon layperson friendly. Oh, but we're not lay people, so... With the limiter on, its output is only so-so, but even then it doesn't really have any downsides to speak of. Incidentally, you won't be running afoul of the law if you were to use the weapon as it is. Oh, but if we do, it might get a little dicier. On the other hand, if the limiter were to be removed, then its raw offensive output will increase exponentially, but it will come with a few corresponding drawbacks, yes? Exactly. And FYI, there's a chance you will be breaking the law if you use it without the limiter. So, you want to play it safe and leave it on, or are you willing to take the gamble? Ha! Obviously. Yeah! Nothing ventured, nothing gained. This weapon's a one-of-a-kind, so I want to bring out its full potential. You got it. Just know you're doing this at your own peril. If something happens, it's got nothing to do with me, alright? Sure, that's fine. Obtained Python Z. Oh, I appreciate your business. So, choice exclusive equipment, that is new. I can trust a Spriggan to handle it with finesse. Thanks for all this, and sorry for asking so much of you. No, not at all. If anything, I should be the one apologizing for giving you grief. Alright, I hope to see you again. He did get some nice business out of it. Okay, more chaos. Alright, might have to hold off on chaos for a little bit. But I wanted that power. Especially because, yeah. That, yeah, our money's looking a little tight. So let's head over. Let's see what's going on over here next. What do you guys got for us? Oh, check it out!
Gran?
And Shahina and Sara!
Oh, hello, Katra. Hello, everyone.
Wow, isn't this a surprise?
Hey, Fairy. Funny meeting you guys here.
It's been too long.
The Dancing Sisters and the mother of the Orbital Revolution. Not a grouping I would have expected. A pleasure to see you, Professor Hamilton. And same to you, Sara, Shahina. Dancer and elder sister, Sara Erzer. They have last names? Dancer and younger sister, Shahina Erzer.
Yeah, for real. I think it's been a month since we last sat down and chatted.
I know we got introduction spins for them before, and this is the first time their last names have been mentioned. I didn't think they had last names.
I've been meaning to thank you for coming to see the show.
Now that I say that out loud, that's a little crazy, isn't it? Well, it's all good. Nah, if anything, we should be thanking you. You're the ones who gave us free tickets for it. Celebrating the 6-month anniversary of your debut was our honor. And all your other fans seem to have the same thought, but the Treon Mall stage being nearly at capacity and all. Whoa! You two really upped your game on the dancing front. I think all that acting experience you got has paid off big time. You guys were out of this world good! And they would know, those two are very experienced dancers.
Aw, you think?
Now, don't let the praise get to your head. We still have much to learn.
I would have liked to have seen it myself, had I been in the country at the time.
Interesting. What, pray tell, were you doing at that time, Hamilton? Whoa, one of the Epstein's 3 disciples and professor at the...
Our last meeting was at the Aramis Festival, yes? Time truly has a way of escaping us, doesn't it?
I think that was Basel Institute of Science, but holy crap. Professor... I didn't catch her first name and I don't remember it. Professor Hamilton, but geez, those things are both tiny and freaking long. Definitely. If I recall correctly, you set off for the east shortly after the festival ended, yes? So, that's where she went to the east after the festival. Who could have... The east? That's intriguing.
That's right. But she had some urgent business come up, so she returned here last week.
So she had urgent business that required her to be back in Calvard.
I met with her and Essie 2 days ago, but I thought the two of you had left for Basel afterwards.
Well, I had a few matters to tend to in Edith, so I stayed behind.
Man, I'll give you one thing. Russell and Hamilton, they both operate very differently. It's been some time, Rosette. How have you been feeling lately, physically speaking? Very good, thanks in no small part to your efforts. I'm truly grateful for all the care I received. Adjustments at Marduk are being soundly implemented as well, owing to the reports you and Miss Archette put together. By reports, you mean the ones on that treatment you got in Basel last year, right? As someone directly involved, Esmeralda was quite particular on the matter. Apparently, she put forth a great deal of effort to finish them before things became busy again. Oh, well, WSE. I see. Please pass my gratitude to Miss Archette again, if it wouldn't be too much trouble. Well, so you three first met last year then? Yep, right after we made our big debut and before we came to Edith. At the time, we hadn't realized you and the professor were acquainted. Oh yeah, you guys are caught up in our web of knowing absolutely everybody. Then we had another surprise encounter in the capital that December. She's been good to us in so many ways. Oh, I think you've helped me a great deal more than the other way around. At any rate, the sheer number of connections you've made through your Spriggan work is quite remarkable. Yes, isn't it though? It comes with the territory of being a Falcon protagonist, but we know literally everybody, and we're about to know literally everybody else before this game is over. Yes, without a doubt. There's definitely a lot to remark on about it. Not to change the subject, but you two are in the same agency as Judith now, right? Lexel Talent Agency? Sort of. We're only affiliate members, so it'd be a bit presumptuous for me to place us on the same level as her. Would Judith agree? I doubt it. We'll get there, though. I want to get super famous enough to be the face of Lexel someday. Good on you for dreaming big. There's more to showbiz than just movies after all. Anyway, I'm glad we chanced on each other with how hectic our schedules have been. Almost didn't happen either. You're both heading back to Tharbad this afternoon, right? That's right. We'll soon be setting off on a new tour of the Republic scheduled for August. Until then, we're going to take it easier on ourselves for a week or so, just to rest and recharge. That's wonderful to hear. You'll feel much more comfortable around your inner circles, I'm sure. Oh yes, even though Tharbad isn't where we were born, it's still just as dear a place to us. So we'd like to repay all the people who supported our dancing in the best way we know how. I guess you could call it a homecoming performance. People seem pretty excited for it, so we're just gonna have to put in that much extra effort. Yeah, especially all the people who are acquainted with them before their Lexel, before they're joining up with Lexel. Wow, if only I could go and see it. Well, if it's next month in August, never say never, Fairy. Well, you're in luck. Judith mentioned it's gonna be streamed on the Orbital Net. Wow. Well, hey, that's a thing now. Then we'd better make sure to reserve a spot for ourselves. Absolutely. We wouldn't miss it for the world. By the way, Professor, you're planning to leave for Basel soon, right? Indeed, for a collaboration of sorts arranged through a connection of mine, though I can't divulge too much on that end. Additionally, I have matters I'd like to discuss with our new CEO, Bill Townsend. New CEO? Townsend was the guy who got ousted, wasn't he? He was at the resort place and he kept going, woe is me? Or is that somebody else? I feel like that was him. That was him! Wait, he got fired, didn't he? Wait, that mustachio tight ass? Vern rehired him? Well, okay. I think he did get a raw deal. I remember feeling like he got screwed over big time. Cause like, he was in charge, yeah. But the one dude, that one dude was down horrendous and made some terrible choices over a twink. So maybe Yeah, I remember feeling that he got down. He got done super bad. So him getting rehired isn't super crazy. Yes, 2 months ago. It's odd that he was allowed back after only 6 months. Could Yang have played a hand in his reinstatement, perhaps? I'm afraid I don't know all the particulars. But were I to guess, it was likely the result of establishing a more suitable structure for the advancement of Project Startaker. Well, that doesn't bode well, but hopefully he doesn't get himself into yet another mess. I see. That would fall within expectations. The way I hear it, last year's blunder aside, the man's actually seen as pretty competent in practice. Right, he just got you don't deal with Spriggan level BS every day. And when you're a normal person caught up in that kind of storm, well, I think he was up to something else. Well, even so, him being competent feels right. He wouldn't have been able to coordinate multiple groups under the Vern umbrella for so many years otherwise. Possible someone pushed his rehiring though to make sure the project was a success. You may be right about that. Still, I think they should have severed ties with him altogether. Whoa. Agnes is taking no friggin' prisoners. Agnes? Well, there was that business with the Mafia, not to mention political agendas at play most likely. It was my own inability to adapt to such climates that led me to leave everything on Towson's shoulders. She was like, it's way too much going on over in Basel. Like, we're supposed to be doing science, not all this subterfuge and backstabbing. So this time, I plan to provide him with as much consultation as I can. Well, if you're giving the CEO pointers along the way, then he should have nothing to worry about. Gran, I don't think I'll be able to make it to Basel while you're there. Oh, I wonder if that's the game telling us that this particular group isn't going to be there. So say hi to Essia and Mr. Giscard, and Yang too, for me, if you happen to run into them. Yes, of course, though I don't expect Yang and I will be crossing paths. Van and the group said their goodbyes to Professor Hamilton and the sisters, who had presumably stopped by the market to buy souvenirs from Edith. They then returned to their Spriggan work. Alright, so there was a lot going on with that, and we've got one other thing going on here that we're going to want to check out before we return to doing requests. Unless this is a request. Oh, fishing tutorial, duh. Hey, Makino, where should we go fishing next? I've got a scooter now, so I've started to think about traveling farther out. I would be super jealous, but I've got a bike now. Let's go and find the best fishing spot we can. Oh, visitors, eh? Grandpa Ahab? Isn't that a little on the nose? Welcome. Oh, hey, it's Van's group. Long time no see, everyone. And you here to pick up? Are you here to pick up the Hebel God? Are you here to pick the Hebel God Rod back up? Oh. I wonder if they read our save for that. Like, if we didn't go down that particular path and we didn't do it, would he say something else? Nah, that ain't it. We're just not going to get the best rod back. I guess that would be kind of OP to start off with. The Hebel God Rod. Isn't that the fishing rod we used before to catch a legendary fish at Deerick Memorial Park? Not only that, it was said to have been used by General Atkinson himself. So, us giving it up... Wait. No, it makes sense we gave it up. We were originally getting it for them, right? So once we were done with it and knew we weren't going to be using it for an extended period of time, of course Van would bring it here and let them have it. It doesn't deserve to just sit in our inventory unused. I thought that Kanza guy gave it to you outright. What's it doing here? He did, but I didn't feel like I should be keeping something so important. So I left it with these guys for the time being. I see. Anyway, I don't intend to take the rod back at the moment. Honestly, it's been a good long while since I've done any fishing at all. Got any gear you'd recommend for shaking off the rust? Oh, I've got just the thing. Protostar. Oh, hey, this looks like a pretty well-made rod. What brand is... Wait, Strega? Strega? They're making What? There is no well, I am completely wrong about that. There's at least one fairly significant overlap between sneakerheads and fishing maniacs. Huh. She's probably having the time of her frickin' life. Aren't they a famous sneaker manufacturer from Lamont State? I'd heard they'd gotten into making sports equipment a while back, but I guess they've expanded further into fishing gear now too. Indeed, this is proof that fishing is starting to be recognized as a legitimate sport. Spriggan products make for especially great social media pics too, so I definitely recommend them. Sounds good to me. I'll take this one then. How much? No. We can't accept money from you, Van. I mean, he did hand over the Hebo God Rod. Seems like getting the Protostar for free, that tracks. Yeah, I mean, you entrusted us with the Hebo and all. Honestly, we should be paying you. Well, there's no need to go that far, but I'll take you up on your kind offer. Suppose I'll go ahead and put this Spriggan rod through its paces. Interesting. Catching several different kinds of fish will reward you with certain achievements and better fishing rods. New rods are equipped automatically and will immediately improve fishing ability. Wait, we don't get new parts, we just get new rods? I'm going to mostly be doing all my fishing off screen. And I'm definitely not spending any money on fishing stuff right now. Oh, I should buy at least one of them, shouldn't I? I'll buy one. Ooh, that's expensive. But if I don't do it right now, I know I'm gonna forget to. Oh, it hurts. Our wallet. It's so light. Okay, let's get out of here. We're gonna go to the Satan district, and finally,
let's do this.
Because the Erlin boutique should be a lot closer to the bulletin board.
Welcome to Erlin's.
Let's see what's going on round here. Round here. All right. We have recently received reports of a dangerous monster in the area. Location: the depths of the Satan District Waterworks. Monster unknown. Well, that's not common. Oh, we got a monster extermination request, and from the CID to boot. No doubt this is Renee's handiwork. It says the target's identity is unknown. That's perfect. That's perfect. We needed to test our new shard tactics anyway. Yeah, okay, let's get to work. 4 SPG. You can accept 4 SPGs and the like by inspecting bulletin boards. 3 is required, 2 is optional, 1 is topic quest. I'm not sure if I'm going to remember that mnemonic specifically, but
Off we go.
if the Treon Tower one is a more regular request, we'll do that first and then bust this monster up afterwards. More places that we can't buy anything at. Vega. Huh. Looks like they're putting on some kind of show. The recent excitement over this space program has them holding more events than ever before now. On top of that, even subcultures like Aidios have been getting a bigger share of the spotlight. Ooh, sounds like fun! It does catch my interest. But what's really on my mind is how businesses in foreign countries are reacting to things. Well, there are a handful of places here where we can follow up on those fronts. The Vern Store, Valis Investment Bank, and the Liberal Boutique, for example. Let's add them to the list and take a lap around. Might be smart to peek at whatever's happening on the stage, too. Definitely want to see what this Vega stuff's all about. We got a...
Oh, they're hosting an event about the space program. As an aspiring astronomer, I can...
Oh, dang. I didn't think it would cut us off. Attention all Treon Mall visitors. We thank you for your patience. Our space talk show, sponsored by Project Startaker, will begin momentarily. In it, we'll be delving into the hot button topic of the space program in a fun, digestible way. Now, allow me to introduce our 2 lovely hosts and ambassadors of Project Startaker. 2 lovely hosts. One of them is probably going to be Hermes, whose real name still will not stick in my mind. And I can't think of who the other one would be. It's the up-and-coming hit idol duo Vega. Oh! Vega's an idol duo? Give them a hand, folks. Who are they? Hi, everyone. I'm Rachel from Vega. We'll make this a day you'll never forget. And I'm Yulia. I'm so glad you all can make it. Before we begin the show, we'll be performing one of our most popular numbers. Get ready for Planet Rain. Alright. Rachel and Yulia, huh? Damn. People are getting really pumped up over this, huh? Feels like idols have really been gaining traction lately. This particular duo quickly rose to fame after being selected as the space program's ambassadors. That said, they weren't the original choices. Interesting. They do look a little plain. Oh! Those two! Wow. Nah, we gotta get our girls up on the big stage. You have got to be kidding me. That should be us up there. Looks like there's more to this than meets the eye.
Oh, is that Van and his helpers I spy?
Well, hey! That's our prince friend. What the? Wait, that's Prince Sharid and the CID too? Crown Prince of Elsheim, Sharid Asval. CID Integrated Analyst Division Chief, Kilika Roran. CID Special Ops Second Lieutenant, Kayla McMillan.
What a fortuitous turn of events. I certainly wasn't anticipating your presence here.
That's like, we should be saying that to them. This is such a random group of people.
Could this be a sign, or a blessing even, from Arusha herself?
Or perhaps it's merely the result of how many ties we have in common.
Right. Knowing as many people as we do, we're bound to run into somebody somewhere at some point. So, what's the Crown Prince of Elsheim doing with the CID's Flying Swallow? Let me guess. Conducting a sneak peek of the space program. And where'd your usual bodyguard go? Najee.
She's serving as my sister's security detail while she's off traveling about.
Oh, I guess we won't be seeing them for a while, if at all.
In her stead, Miss Second Lieutenant here is keeping a hawk's eye on my surroundings for me.
Frankly, I'm still at a loss for words. Never in my life did I expect to escort a prince to an idol show.
That's fair.
Not to mention in such an open space, and without even clearing the perimeter.
So she's like, this is an international incident waiting to happen.
You'll have to excuse my fondness for the energizing ambiance of these live shows. Besides, we needn't worry about snipers or assassins.
He sounds very confident.
After all, every pair of eyes, nefarious or no, are set on President Gramhart and his space program.
You know what? He's not wrong. There are much bigger fish to fry than Prince Sharid right now. You might be right about that. I take it the CID's been stretched then? Seems like you're being pushed into funneling all your focus into the space program, internal factions aside.
Perceptive as always. I, in particular, am in no position to turn down requests from the president.
Yeah, getting leaned on like that? Oh. She must be referring to the coup of 3 months ago that never came to be. Even though, okay, that is kind of a raw deal, because that's literally not even her. In that respect, it's only a matter of time before every member of the CID is roped into the project. Speaking personally, to call it quite the blow to my pride would be an understatement. So basically, you're taking the chance to squeeze in a little information exchange with people on the outside before that happens, while they're still able to operate at liberty. I'm still not past how weird it is seeing a top-rung government big shot reduced to a pawn on the chessboard. Although Elsheim is complying with their requests to restrict flights south of the Ishgal Mountains, a line in the sand has clearly been drawn. Once again, I find myself struck with awe over President Gramhart's prowess and unyielding passion for this project, in more ways than one. There's no need for you to feel guilty on our account. Moreover, regardless of my station, I will always strive to give everything my best and fullest efforts. Doing so aligns with his principles as well. Yeah. Right, and that's something I refuse to compromise on as well. Regarding that unrealized coup, I'm committed to doing whatever I can to not only atone for the mistakes I made there, but grow from them too. Wow, good on you! Yeah, a certain someone else I know would probably say the same in your shoes. You CID bunks sure are cut from the same cloth. Anyway, I'm game to keep working together where it makes sense if you are. I can make no guarantees, but so long as our interests continue to align, I'd be happy to do so. The same applies for us in Elsheim. I've no doubt we will be relying on you well into the future, Van. So, is Vega done? Oh my, such positively electric energy! The rock concert I saw with Van before was exhilarating, for certain, but this is beyond compare! If you'll excuse me, I feel a sudden inclination to make up for lost fun from back then. Wait, Your Highness! I would really advise against mingling with the crowd! Then why not accompany me if it perturbs you so? Come, let us partake in this glow stick dancing I've heard so much about. I'll admit, I don't entirely envy the second lieutenant right now. Feels like he's loosened up a bit recently, and he was already fairly loosened up. Guy resembles the debaucherous prince more every time I see him. Indeed, though whether that's a good or bad thing is up for debate. So, she's hanging out. The Liberal Boutique. We gotta go visit our girl Leela.
Welcome to the Liberal Boutique.
And they're back to pronouncing wait, do we know her? Nicole. No, we don't know who. We have no idea who this is. Whoa, she's very in your face, though. Oh, could she be a rival for her? Thank you so much for agreeing to this impromptu interview. For the headline, I'm thinking Liberal's very own supermate. Wait, she is back in her maid getup. A deep dive into Leela's success in the uncharted waters of Calvard. Interesting. Proprietor of the Liberal Boutique, Leela.
I feel as though that would be giving me too much credit.
And she's back to having her voice. Wait, her voice sounds different yet again. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. I guess ultimately she is a minor character, but...
Nevertheless, it is truly an honor to have assisted the revered Liberal News.
Heck yeah! I'll make this into a front page piece guaranteed! Oh, by the way, do you mind if I take some photos of the store's interior too?
By all means.
There it is, the revered Arcee, and some random stuff. Hello, Leela. Looks like somebody's keeping busy. Made a change of wardrobe too, even. If I'm remembering right, you wore a more casual maid getup back at the Aramis Academy Festival. It's been quite some time since I've donned a vintage-style dress like this. That reporter came all the way from my home country of Liberal to cover the space program. Nicole is from Liberal? So, I mean, Falcom has... Backported isn't the word. They've done reverse cameos, early bird cameos, basically introducing characters who came later into remakes of earlier games where applicable. Maybe Nicole might show up in the third, but we've never seen her before, ever. As such, when she offered to interview me, I dusted this off to wear during it, as well as my upcoming business trip. I knew you used to be an actual maid, but damn, who knew you'd rock the fit this hard? Compared to my uniform, seeing that on a true professional is a night and day difference. It totally puts the dress in dress for the job! I feel much the same way. So, rewinding a bit, you mentioned a business trip? Yes, a while ago a connection of mine reached out to me over a particular matter. Starting tomorrow, I'll be away from Edith for a few days to attend to it. Oh, really? That's a bit sudden. Interesting timing. Wonder what that matter and who that connection could be. I apologize for any inconveniences this may cause, but rest assured, the store will be in good hands during my absence. Oh, are we getting another cameo? We hope to still have your continued patronage. Yeah, of course. We always support Liberl. No matter what. Not right now, though. We're not liquid enough to be able to do anything for Liberl at the moment. You guys need any ordnance delivered, or if you guys need any floating fortresses knocked out of the sky, I got you. But if you guys need some cash in your pockets, Stardust Cinema, huh? Feels like it's been forever since I last came here. Whoa, check that out. Oh, that's some, okay. Wow, they do look really similar. Holy crap. Sacred Journey. The tale of a wild nun and a young boy journeying through the wilderness. Well, would you look at that? Judith's in the lead role. I thought, like, wow, I thought that was someone completely different. She's such a brainless klutz all the time, I forget that she's a famous superstar. Hey, come on, Aaron, that's mean. I'm curious about this detective score. I know, okay, it's pronounced Poirot, I think. Poirot? How do you pronounce it? I know what this is a play off of. How do you pronounce Poirot? I know of the guy, but I'm more of a Sherlock Holmes type, not Sherlock the TV show, because I was saying that show sucked before everybody else was. Poirot pronunciation. How do you do that? Elementary is way better. Always was, always will be. Yeah, Poirot. Okay, so this would be Detective Squirrel. I'm curious about this Detective Squirrel movie too. Well, if we're feeling a movie, we can go ahead and see one during our break. Probably won't have the time to catch both of them though, unfortunately. They both sound so intriguing I can't decide which I want to see more. Well, movie viewing, you can watch a variety of films in any movie theater you come across. Alright. Well, let's definitely go ahead. We'll save...
Step right up.
What's playing right now? Detective Squirrel. Let's do it. And we're going to bring... Ooh, Bearguard and Katra. Yeah. Van headed into the theater with his company of choice, having decided to take a break from work. I really like the movie viewing thing. I'm liking this way more than I thought I would. I hope in the remakes or the other games, movies show up sooner than Daybreak 1. Squirrel, a detective renowned the continent over, had solved more than 10 cases in the span of just a few days. Naturally, he made it clear that such labors had left him quite tired, so his young assistant, Wilson, recommended he take a pleasure trip. Wilson? I guess this must be a blending of things then. The idea was to take a long, leisurely tour across the western half of the continent aboard a luxury train on the Transcontinental Railroad. Squirrel was quite taken with the idea, immediately reserving tickets for himself and his assistant. What is this, a murder aboard the train? What? A murder aboard the... Oh god, what the heck is it called? Or rather, Aidios, what's it called? But like, murder aboard the something or other. Before they knew it, they were on their way. However, as their luck, or rather lack thereof, would have it, a murder was afoot in one of the train's many cabins. Squirrel and Wilson, along with 10 or so others in the same train car, found themselves among the potential suspects. As testimonies and evidence piled up, the case became ever more inscrutable. But in the end, it was a minor clue easily overlooked by a lesser detective that would lead Squirrel to the truth. So, who was it? Who done it?
And that is how I believe the case unfolded. I do appreciate your cooperation through this tedious explanation of mine.
Oh, astounding. Who would have thought to look for a clue like that in the train schedule of all places?
That's all well and good, but it still doesn't tell us who the perpetrator was.
I don't know what to believe anymore. Who did it? Who killed my husband?
Oh, she ain't winning.
Please, calm yourself, madame. For you see, I was not quite finished with my deductions.
Was it her?
It is abundantly clear that the victim, Monsieur Gregson,
This is.
had secretly earned the ire of a great many people. But you see, in the end, his murder is nothing more than a front. A cover for yet another murder, hidden from our eyes in the background.
Really?
Pardon? Another murder?
Just so, madame. There is one among our number who was in the unique position of being able to manipulate this entire situation to their advantage. This dastardly fellow also attempted to skew my line of reasoning through the whole investigation, such that I would arrive at the wrong conclusion.
Who?
Would you not agree, Wilson?
It was Wilson?
What? Where is this coming from all of a sudden, Squirrel? Surely you can't be implying...
He turned...
So you intend to feign ignorance, eh? Alas, then you leave me with no choice. You must know, dear Wilson, that for me, this will be the cruelest, most painful truth to have passed my lips.
Dang. Wilson went rogue. And Gregson is definitely another Sherlock Holmes reference. But they did my boy Wilson dirty. I don't even know this guy and I'm not sure I like that twist. Huh. At first I thought the solution behind the locked room murder was well done. But now, and maybe this is just me overthinking it, I'm hung up on the scientific plausibility of the whole thing. Right, like, there would have needed to have been 2 Wilsons in order for the solution to make sense type thing. It's not completely outside the realm of possibility, but I can't help but feel the conditions required for it would be difficult to replicate in real life. So, but that's what makes it good. Yeah. Makes sense that little details like that jump out at science-minded folks like you. Plausibility aside, I also thought the way the detective arrived at his deduction for the locked room part was a little contrived. Don't get me wrong though, I still thought the movie was fun and interesting. So I kind of worry I'm taking the fun out of it when I start overthinking and picking apart little details. Nah, putting a movie under the microscope like that can be fun in its own way. You wouldn't do that for something that didn't grab you, right? You know what? You're right. I'm glad you understand, Van. I quite admire the detective's skill in unraveling the truth behind the case. The film showed his numerous quiet deductions throughout, but none of them immediately uncovered the killer on their own. The way he presented his final conclusion, everything in place and not a single hole in his reasoning, was a sight to behold. For sure, the way they managed to show his entire line of reasoning without dragging things out really made that final scene land. You could even say it was thanks to this methodical approach that Wilson was entirely unaware he was under suspicion until the end. Had Squirrel tipped his hand even the slightest bit, Wilson may have caught wind of it and altered his plan. Taking that into account, there may have been strategic significance to the pace of his deductive process, so that was a carefully laid trap from start to end. I getcha. He bided his time before making his game-winning play, so it wasn't slow for the sake of padding the runtime. Damn though, Master. How'd you make such thoughtful insights so fast, after we've barely had a chance to mull over the story? When one focuses on the moment when the story shifts, you can grasp several instances of cause and effect. I would think you're already capable of that much yourself, Van. Alright, so yes, let's purchase that brochure. Dang. Well, it was a fun ride for Wilson while they were on it, but the gravy train has come to an end for that man. I'm really wondering, I can't think of a single instance where, like, because you can't, Wilson serves, oh. Yeah, wait, what? Wilson serves like what the heck is this? Oh, okay, cool. But like, the Watson serves a purpose. You can't like make them the murderer unless it's like, well, I guess if it's a movie, but you can't do it in a TV series. I received a message from someone at a security firm recommending I invest in a particular space company. They said it was for sure going to take off, so I went all in on this thing. Since then, though, I've gotten nothing but radio silence from them, and recently, my inbox has been flooded with other investment opportunities. Was I roped into some kind of scam? I'd like you to look into this and, if possible, get my Mira back. I'll be waiting for you by the rest area in the Trion Mall. Johannes. Alright, well, somebody else got fleeced. A space business. I'm starting to see a trend here. Yeah, not picking up much of a scent here, but that's fine. Suppose there's no harm in keeping this one in mind. So, before that though, what's around this place? Head to the observation deck? For sure. So, ooh, oh, well, we're already here, so.
Hey there, what would you like?
Trion Squash. We have to sell something. A reviving balm? Sure. Just the one though, because again, I'm not going to remember to come up here. Oh. Okay. We have no reason to go in there. But I'm not going to remember to come up here if we leave. So, gotta buy it now to make sure that future Pharaoh is covered. That's it? It disappeared? That's all we were doing? Alright. And, buddy boy Johannes said he was somewhere here. There he is. Alright, guy. We got your back. Are you Johannes? Are you the Johannes that posted the 4SPG? Does that mean you're the Spriggan? I'm so glad the rumors were true. I can finally have some hope. You said something about getting caught up in an investment scam? Honestly, I'm not sure if a 4SPG is the right fit. Well, we'll hear you out at the very least. So, tell us more. So, you gave all of your investment money to a guy who claimed to be working for a security firm. Yes. He said that Stellatech, a business with ties to the Vern Company, was going public soon. He was very enthusiastic when he recommended that I buy stock. And that's all it took? Vim and Verve? Seeing as it was related to the space program, he told me the paperwork would be more complex than usual. So what, he signed away his rights too? Which is why he volunteered to act as my agent for the deposit. Then he went cold turkey on you. And that insult to injury, you attracted a swarm of scammers, all out to suck you dry. Sounds like you were careless. Of course, it's obvious looking back on it, but at the time, I guess I was just caught up in the space program fervor. It ain't uncommon for these sorts of scammers to ride the wave of big events. The fact that you've got more suspicious folk coming after you means they probably added you to a list of potential marks, which honestly doesn't make sense because obviously, like, he's very much in once bitten, twice shy mode, owing to the fact that he's contacted us. So, like, their whole operation is about to be on blast. One question. Why come to us? Why not go to the guild or the police? Yes. Well, I really need the mirror back now. Without it, I won't be able to make ends meet. Oh, that rent money. Using the police would add a whole bunch of hoops to jump through. That's why I came to you. Is this not the sort of case you can handle? Honestly, I don't buy the reasoning. What about you, Van? Oh, we think that this guy is shady himself? It's true that this is more suited to the police's line of work. But it might be worth doing. Just consider another thing falling through the cracks thanks to the space program. Indeed, this could be a chance to get a better look at the influence the space program has on the economy, both on the surface and in the shadows. And we've got Johannes' back. Alright, this ain't exactly in our wheelhouse, but we'll handle it. Really? Thank you so much. You said the company they wanted you to invest in was Stellatech, right? Makes you wonder if the company even exists, huh? I have heard the name before. I think it's even related to the Vern Company too. Okay, so they at least created a plausible cover story, something believable. But I never heard anything about them looking for investors, especially not like going basically door to door for it. If even Katra hasn't heard of it, then the whole thing might really be a big load of horse shit. Space tech, right? Did they say exactly which part the company was in charge of? Yes, the satellite that was launched the other day. I was told they have a patent related to its core technology. And since they expect more space projects in the future, they decided to go public during Project Startaker to enjoy explosive stock prices. So, his greed overrode his sense, and now we have to ride in and save the day. A patent for satellite technology? Marduk is the one that holds the patents for the satellite used in Project Startaker. Not that some of the parts and observation equipment didn't come from the Verne Company and affiliates. Regardless of whether or not they're looking for investors, the company itself does exist. Which means we ought to be careful when looking into things so as not to disrupt their business. Then we'll need to determine exactly what's a lie and what's not in terms of the technology, the patent, and the investment opportunity. Then maybe we should start here at Trion Mall. By what? Asking this guy more questions? We should be able to learn more about Stellatech at the Verne store. There is Valis Investment Bank as well. They should be able to give us insight not only on Stellatech trading, but maybe even some information on Marduk. Right, then let's start with that. If it really is a scam, then we'll deal with it in the usual way after that. They're both right over there, so let's start asking questions. You're not wasting any time. Thank you, truly. I'm hopeful that your search will be fruitful. Us too.
Time to solve some problems.
Alright, so let's see what we got. First, Valis Investment Bank, which I think this is. Yes. What can we buy here? Camel leather wallet. Okay, we'll be back for that.
Excuse me?
And this is just a topic quest, so. You want to know about Stellatech? Yeah, we got reason to believe someone might be using their name without permission. We wanted to learn more detailed information about the company to be sure. We would appreciate anything you could tell us about investment and stock trends. And it would be most useful if you could also confirm their possible involvement with Marduk's satellite technology. Now, how often does a frontline representative know the ins and outs of the company they work for? Obviously, Mingyu will, but like... Firstly, Stellatech has not taken their stock public, and there are no plans to do so at this time. They were originally established by the Verne Company internally to handle development of specific technologies. That's because it was established to meet the demands of Project Startaker. Oh! Alright. The company is heavily subsidized by the government, in addition to being financed by the Verne Company. In other words, there's no need for them to solicit investments through stocks at this time. I see. Then using their name for a money-making scheme doesn't really make sense. And what about the satellite technology? At the very least, I can confirm that they don't hold any patents for the satellite systems. They did, however, develop a material used in the satellite in cooperation with Marduk. Okay. I'm not really... So, obviously, this is very weird and fishy, but I'm not certain the extent just yet. Let's let Mingyu keep talking. I heard the Verne Company has also been developing observation technology, in addition to equipment for the rocket. However, the overall satellite framework has been outsourced to and fully developed by Marduk. That's completely different than the story Johannes was told. Yeah, we've heard plenty. Sorry for all the questions. This seems like one of those spot the difference type requests. That's quite alright. It was a request by Miss Twinings after all. Alright. So... I mean, of course Johannes was told a different story. I'm not entirely certain why that's significant, but I don't want to be caught out by that fact. So next up, we're gonna have to go upstairs. God dang it, get around that little girl. And then we'll be able to move over yonder. Alright. So what do you know? What is Stellatech? Yes, it appears there are rumors going around that Stellatech is going public. But you haven't heard anything about that at Verne, have you? No, not at all. Stellatech was established by Verne in conjunction with the space program when they consolidated assets from different sectors. The company is really a focused project team, so I find it hard to imagine them going public on their own. It's probably worth pointing out that since they're involved in the space program, their establishment has probably been kept under wraps, except for the knowledge of some retail workers, apparently. Yes, it was privately set up to officially develop technology for the program. There's no way they would be advertising in order to solicit investments. That said, their name has been mentioned by the Verne Group in their public-facing materials, among other places. So, yeah, we did see him listed on Verne's website. But it was nothing more than that. It didn't stand out in the least. Which means they're not widely known. So what we're trying to figure out right now, somebody who is like tangentially connected to Stellatek must be using their name in order to make money on the side then. That's what it's seeming like. Compared to more famous corporations, it's harder to get a bead on them. And since Verne's got them on their site, people are more likely to feel like they can trust it. And that's what the culprit's banking on, huh? Still, it only takes a little bit of digging to realize the inconsistencies. I do not get the sense that the culprit is overly familiar with either Stellatek or the space program. Oh, okay, I guess not. Yep, seems like they're coasting entirely on name recognition and hype. Well, that's usually the purview of conmen, isn't it? Is it true that the company holds patents related to the satellite's core technology? No, Marduk is the one that's taken the lead when it comes to development of the satellite. It's true that the Verne Company provided some of the auxiliary hardware and raw materials, but they wouldn't have patents on anything that could be considered core technology. As it happens, Stellatek developed a special heat-resistant material used to protect satellite parts. Oh, I suppose that makes sense. I've heard the temperatures in space can change by over 200 degrees between night and day. Holy Aidios! Heat resistance is probably indispensable. Well, we learned what we needed to about Stellatek's position within the Verne Company. I know you're busy, but thank you for taking the time to talk to us. It's my pleasure, given the current situation lends itself to a variety of troubles. I completely understand where you're coming from. I am happy to have been of assistance. Alright then. Okay, we've gathered enough info. Yes, the investment opportunity was a complete fabrication. It would be best if we could catch the scammers now, if only to protect the good name of Stellatek. Gotta say, there's way more holes in their sales pitch than I thought. Exactly. The scammer clearly knew next to nothing about Stellatek. Their name might as well have been pulled out of a hat. Like Van said, it's probably because next to nobody knows about it, and there's a wave of space program hype. So you think the culprit doesn't know what he's talking about either? Whew. Seems that way. And now that he's got our client added to his list of marks, he's told other solicitors, which still doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. This guy would have his guard all the way up now. My guess is that he's the type to work across a wide and shallow pool. For a swindle like this, he's not likely to do a lot of research. Then asking technical questions is sure to trip them up eventually. Someone from a real brokerage would at least know about an industry's inner workings. Yeah, if we can get them to make a mistake, then we'll have sufficient proof. Seems like meeting up with them might actually be the quickest way to go. Let's get their contact info from the client. Oh, and we can pose as interested parties. I see. You're interested in space-related investments. I must say, you've certainly got a keen eye for opportunity. Stellatek in particular is certain to see its stock prices surge in the future, thanks to being contracted to develop the satellite. I thought that might be the case. But I heard that with the announcement of the space program, buying stocks right now might have extra complications. Oh, you can just leave that to me. Simply send us the mirror and we'll make sure everything goes smoothly. Oh, perfect. I'd love to hear the details. Then how about we meet up in the Centre Marché's rest area to discuss everything? Oh, is this going to be the, this might be another tutorial. I'll prepare all the necessary documentation and contracts and we can get everything taken care of right away. Great. I'll head over now. Sounds like you fell for it. Now all we gotta do is push until he slips up. Let's hurry to the meeting spot. So we'll bounce over. Oh, I actually have to do this. Bounce over to the Centre Marché.
Let's roll, gang.
All right. And the rest area is up here. Oh, okay, yeah. Wait, no. That's not near the little sit-down spot? Oh, right. There is another spot. Rest area. Yeah, this one overlooking the thing.
Go watch the next launch?
And... is this our guy? No. This is our guy. Excuse me. We spoke about the investment opportunity? Well, that voice. You must be the gentleman I was just talking to on the phone. I've been waiting for you. Shall we get started? So you see, Stella Tech is poised to be the pioneer in innovation. In consideration of this, our firm has decided to elicit investments for this up-and-coming company. As a part of our services, we'll even handle all the transactions and such on your behalf. Just like the client said. From the way he's talking, there's probably other victims out there. Then it's about time we made our move. Here goes nothing. Go ahead and... wait, he's gonna make them do it? You don't mind if I ask a few questions, do you? Not at all. Please, ask whatever you'd like. Now then, how do I use the information we've got to make him expose himself as a fraud? Maybe I'll ask about... Alright. Company's relation to rocket development, technology released in order to go public. No, because if it's the technology released in order to go public, he would know that, right? Is this company involved in rocket development? No, they specialize in satellite-related technology. The rocket itself was researched by the Institute of Science and constructed for the Aerospace Force. So he at least knows that much. Oh, I effed it up? Okay. If they're going public, then Stella Tech must have shown off some kind of tech. Could you tell me more about what they're making? Yes, certainly. Of course we're very aware. It's the satellites... but there are many different parts, such as frame construction, reaction control systems, communication devices, and so on. I happen to know the frame in particular is being made by the Marduk company. So which part of the satellite's technology was developed by Stella Tech in particular? It was... let me see. Yes, the main engine. Prometheus 4 does not have a main engine. It only has a reaction control device. Final orbit is achieved via an apogee kick motor connected to the fairing. To the best of my knowledge, Stella Tech was working on something related to insulation. Yes, that's right. It was for insulation to protect the satellite from the heat of the rocket's propulsion. No, the fairing is what's protecting the satellite from the heat of the rocket and the atmospheric friction. Stella Tech was working on a cover to guard the precision equipment against the variable temperature in space. This industry's got everyone's eyes on it, so how could you not know about technology that's been made public? My apologies. It's just that there's so much technical information and I got a little confused. Alright. May I ask a question as well? Please do. Anything to save him from Kaxra. So, where do we push next? I've already effed it up and I'm gonna have to redo this, so... the second option was correct the first time around, so instead of actually trying to parse out which, let's just pick the first one blindly. The timing of going public. Just when is Stella Tech going public? We believe it'll be sometime this month. Then shouldn't there have been a heads up at the beginning of this fiscal year? The timing is suspiciously close to Startaker's announcement. I can't help but feel it's a little too early considering they were involved in a national security project. They may have been considering it in anticipation of the public unveiling of Project Startaker, but at that stage the initial satellite wouldn't even have launched. They wouldn't have been able to prove themselves. But even now, no one knows how the schedule might fluctuate. Just yesterday, the second launch was moved up. And there seems to be only more undisclosed information about the project. Can they really go public at a time like this? It seems to me that they would wait until the project is completed and they've already proven themselves before looking to the future. Unfortunately, I don't actually work for Stellatech. It appears to me that you doubt this investment opportunity. In which case, perhaps this business venture simply isn't for you. Yeah, you're not about to make a clean escape, buddy. Why are you in such a hurry to leave? We're not finished yet. We actually have a few more questions we need to ask, such as what their relationship is with Marduk, and so on. You know, I don't think we've even asked the name of your brokerage firm yet. You can tell us that much, can't you? He's like, It's Keith Securities. Keith Securities? What kind of a name is that? Gotcha. Then we'll just ask your company the rest of our questions directly. Didn't expect the power of the internet to help out, or OrbitalNet. Hold on a sec. Why is it that we're getting no hits for any brokerage with that name? You're busted, buddy. You damn swindler. If you really wanted to fool us, then you should have done your research. So this is how it ends, huh? Now, we wouldn't mind just turning you into the police. But we were actually asked to get back the Mira. So why don't we make a deal? Instead of us selling you to people who are a lot scarier than the police, you just return the mirror you took from Johannes. Just what do you intend to do with me? Which of my connections should I use to scare him? So, Marduk the CID, yeah! What you're doing is basically defamation of an ongoing national project. You know Project Startaker involves more than just the Aerospace Force, right? The CID is involved as well. They've been taking care of anything and anyone that might interfere with their plan. Just what are you trying to say? Just that I'm real close friends with a savage, cold-blooded CID analyst. I don't think Renee would appreciate that particular characterization. All I have to do is give him a call, and the black suits will come to take you away. You don't want them peoples at your doorstep, trust! Can't imagine what they do to a punk like you risking their project for some 2-bit scam. Now hold on! Alright, fine. I'll return the mirror I took, so please just turn me over to the police. You've got yourself a deal. He doesn't want to end up whisked away to Orbital Guantanamo. The group then watched as the scammer took the mirror from his account and passed it over to Van. Oh, we were on this dude's neck. Watched him type his information in and everything. Once that was done, they immediately handed him over to the police. Weren't 1 SP? Yeah. We kind of screwed ourselves there. I simply cannot thank you enough. It's hard to believe you were able to get all my money back for me. If we couldn't do that much, then nobody bothered coming to us instead of the police or guild. We've taken brief notes about Stellatech and the scam artist and provided them to you to make sure this doesn't happen again. I hope they will be of help. Yeah, just try not to do something this careless again, alright? Getting your name passed around by scammers as an easy mark is just lame. If you're going to invest, then make sure you do your due diligence, and don't be so quick to believe the promises of strangers. Keep that in mind and things will get better for you. You got me there. Well, take this lesson to heart and make sure you keep your wits about you, especially during booms like these. Oh, I will. I have definitely learned my lesson. Well, now that I've got my mirror back, I should deposit it as soon as I can. Thanks again. Well, whew, it's a good thing we managed to solve this. But it was just a regular old scam. Indeed, that man was the kind to pull a wide variety of grifts without taking the time to do research. It does not appear to have anything to do with the current situation, but still, it gets us more points. That said, it's nice that we were able to confirm that Marduk and the Vern Company are both related to the project. And that there's no room for outsiders to weasel their way into the tech development. Could be useful information when it comes to future space program related problems. Which means it wasn't all for nothing. Now, let's get back to it.
That's one job behind us.
Mirror deposit confirmed.
And this should be gray. Yes, gray up. Oh! Wow. Is it just me or are we moving across the thing pretty quickly? But there's only one thing left we've got to do.
What's next?
The Waterworks bounty. So let's head here.
Go, go.
And then I think, unless there's like some kind of, oh, I probably should take a look at what our quartz are looking like, shouldn't I? But unless there's some kind of, conversation to be had, I'm probably just going to skip directly to the fight. Well, I'm sure we'll talk a little bit about it, but yeah. Looks like the unlock code's been updated. Oh, there. That ought to do it. Okay. There's a dangerous monster here. I can feel it. That'll be the reason why this place hasn't been cleaned out in a good long while. Oh, right. Just for caution's sake before we start our search. If you want to adjust your orbits, just let me know. I can help with that whenever you need. Thank you, Katra. There's something I want to test out here, but for now, let's press on. Oh? Yet another battle tutorial? You can now customize orbits from the main menu. Alright. Press triangle on the orbit menu. Dungeon checkpoints has been registered. Wait, what? Adjust orbment or battle orbments. What? What the heck? Okay. Custom quartz.
Shifting to maintenance mode.
Okay. Do we have an EP1?
Switching to maintenance mode.
Let's give her that.
Activating maintenance mode.
Katra will get a shield one.
You're in capable hands.
And he'll get an attack one.
Oh, a new skill. Maintenance mode engaged.
We've got
Don't worry, Citri's got your back.
evade one, an action one. Does Van have an action one?
Shifting to
He
maintenance
does.
mode.
So Van will get blessed with a defense one.
Switching to maintenance mode.
And she'll get the action
New sharp
one.
skill added.
Activating maintenance mode.
He will have a cast one.
Shiny new skill.
Only a 10% reduction? That's basically nothing.
Maintenance mode engaged.
Alright, well. Sepith mass, some Sepith mass, and some U material. Alright, so we're going to be able to get something fairly quickly. And I'm assuming this. Is this it? Looks like we've already run into some garbage that needs cleaning. Wasn't there something you mentioned earlier that you wanted to try, Van? Yeah, truth is, there's another new function we didn't get to try out during the training at Marduk HQ. Seems like I'm the only one in our current group who can manage it, though. It's called Awakening. What's that? Oh, sounds pretty strong. And you're planning to test it out on these enemies here? Yep, that's the plan. Figure I'd better give it a trial run sooner than later. In any case, all the other new shard functions work just like how I told you guys. Follow my lead and try not to get left behind. Got it. Alright. Awakening. Some characters, including Van, can use their Zypha to temporarily draw out latent power that lies deep within them. During field battles, this can have effects such as increasing attack power or slowly recovering HP. Additionally, after entering a command battle, you will start the fight with each character's self-buffing craft activated for one turn. Oh! Interesting. So we're going to start with, I forget what I never use Van's self-buffing craft. So I guess you have to have a self-buffing craft in order to be able to awaken. Press L3 plus R3 on the field to use Awakening. Okay, so we have to ult. In Van's case, this will activate his Qigong technique, Heated Stance. Not only will it increase his speed and attack power, but it will also gradually refill his HP as well. Awakening is available whenever this icon is lit. Activating Awakening requires at least 3 filled boost gauges. These gauges will gradually deplete while Awakening is active. Switching to Command Battle while Awakening is active will grant Van the Heated Stance buff. Alright.
Looks like the gang's out here.
Interesting.
Looks like some good loot.
So this is Awakening. His energy readings are off the charts.
Well.
I'll give it my best. Don't forget about your charge.
Oh, there's still one more. Well, killed the crap out of them. I wonder, can we enter Awakening before doing like a...
So this power comes from within, huh?
And I would caution against repeated use, given how it depletes your stamina levels.
If you're ever feeling tired, just hang back and we'll take the wheel.
What's our equipment looking like? Let's give Van, so the red pendulum prevents rot, freeze, death blow. Let's actually give that to her. And then the strength +6 crit up, give that to you. Force emblem prevents stat down. We'll have Van have that. Strength +10, arts attack +10. And she'll get the pearl ring, I guess. Or no, we'll give the pearl ring to him. Don't have very much equipment, but what we do have is nice. And yeah, we're just gonna head straight to the thing. Oh, okay. Palms! So, we've got, something's there. Looking carefully, I can see the faint lights moving around. It's probably a monster with stealth capabilities. Let's try uncovering them with a shard search. Oh, that? Or we can just use ZOC and pummel them to death, invisibility be damned. Shard search. Execute a shard search with R3. Hidden places and objects will become visible upon use.
Something's there. Do a shard search.
Oh, crap.
Try to scooch in on the enemy. Activate
Okay. Might be... Alright, let's try this.
Blink and you'll miss it. Soar for me.
Boost gauge limit released.
Okay, and then Van will do the exact same thing. Yeah, make sure we get all 3. And this should be it. Yeah.
I did it.
Well, that's nice.
Looks like some good loot.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't remember how to activate ZOC. I really need to refresher, but it's all good. What do we got? Okay, so the next... It looks like our actual big fight is just around the corner.
Watch out for ranged attacks.
Maybe? It won't let us go that way.
I detect treasure.
Oh, another one of these. Oh, this little gadget looks familiar. It has an orbital lock on it, if I remember right. Mare or Theo should be able to help us unlock it, right? Yes. However, the security on the lock appears to be better than previous ones, so it's gonna start out more difficult. Right. For this box in particular, it seems like only Theo can open it. For now, we may as well take what we can get. Agreed. Been a while since we've done this. Chests with orbital locks. Certain treasure chests are equipped with orbital locks that can only be opened via hacking. Alright. Let's get to it.
Access granted. Commencing operation.
Yes. You would think that hacking mode, quickly navigate through the maze with the left stick. If you come across a range of a defense unit, you will return to the starting point. You'd think that Mare would have more access than Theo, but alright. Enter the correct code, so all that's still the same. But yeah, this one is nothing but a tutorial, so it's gonna be brain dead easy. I actually really I thought this particular minigame was very interesting. Yeah, see? It does get... Oh my gosh. There are some of them required. None of them that were ever too difficult, but definitely some that required some repeat attempts. Like, I don't think they're Alter Edna. I don't think there's... Oh, I'm going to have to do this again. Because I'm going to have to reload my save in order to get the thing correct. But that's fine. That was, Oh, and 2 connection events, too. I forgot about those. But it's all good. All right. So let's heal on up.
Looks like a good stopping point.
Purchase, modify items, trade. Well, we don't have... Buy equipment and customize. Who's actually... He's actually in our party. And so is he. Oh, and let me make sure that our... Hold on. By equipment. So I do want to make sure we're taking a rigid coat for 149. I'm thinking... Yeah, let's get one of those for Van. 24 speed. Nah, we're not worried about that. Okay. So in we go.
Now where?
No, we can't do it. A fearsome foe is prowling around. Not for much longer. Unless this thing goes crazy on us. Bloodthirsty Ophidian Magnus Serpent. That's different. They changed up the little blurb thing. Okay, we'll do a La Forte. And she'll start with a Chrono Drive. Dynamite Tail. Okay, not the most damage in the world. Definitely an amount we can... She was able to blast from downtown. He's going to have to stay right here because he's the focus. So one of these. Nice Chrono Drive to quick us up. Yeah. Oh, well, whatever. Whoa.
I won't lose.
This thing is weak to Earth. Which I don't think we've got the most of. Mute plus.
Initiating drive. Here to support.
He will... I guess, let's have him coin bullets from this side. Oh, a double up. 168. Okay, we can definitely deal with that amount of damage. We're gonna have to have him Dunamis Driver right after this. Okay, so far, so fine. Ultimate Orochi. Well, that's not good. Arts damage, A-res down. HP, EP absorb. Alright, might as well, right?
It's for the best.
Van doesn't have any way. Delay back attack bonus.
You have this.
Would rather not dip into what we got going on, but... a 0 arts.
Keep your guard up.
Let's hit him with this, since it's live. 348. Oh my gosh. Corrosion breath. Here's that freaking rot. And it blinded. So we're going to have to play it a little safer. At least until his refreshing veil goes off, which actually we don't have to play it very safe. Immediately got what we were trying to get. Critical plus. Another dynamite tail. Uh-oh.
You'll pay for that.
He's got a 0 arts, but I don't think he's got, like, a lot of breath or anything like that. He does have breath. Whew. For Van will be fine. Can we get... If we can get everyone. Yes, we can. Being a little greedy is nice.
Here goes.
We did not get Van. All right, well, that sucks.
There we go.
And now he's actually back up, Lost Mobius. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get live with this dude. Ultimate Orochi again.
My move now.
Why not? A stun, nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and everybody get on this. Really do like the EX chain. And a blitz. Yeah. And we've got one more, so there we go. The win is ours. Okay, I was kind of worried because I didn't do too much grinding. And we've definitely been hard stuck by some early bosses. Obtain Septium Vein. We immediately need to equip this. Septium Vein is one of the most important quartz that you can have. Alright. So that's all nice and done, taken care of. Huh? A Zypha call. Hey, isn't that the guild's number? Oh. Arkwright! I'm glad I was able to get a hold of you. Oh, it's that guild receptionist guy. Not often I get a call from you. What's up? Did something happen? Yes, actually. A pressing matter has arisen, and Jin and Fia are no longer here to deal with it. To sum it up, while I was on the phone with Alvis and Regina a moment ago, something concerning happened. Concerning how? Oh yeah, weren't they on their way to the city's outskirts? Yes, they were traveling to areas surrounding their capital in search of monsters to do away with. One moment I was talking with Alvis as they had crossed off the last place on their list, and the next, the call suddenly dropped. I then tried to reach Regina's number, but to no avail. Gotcha. And I'm guessing pulling Jin and Clausel away from whatever they're doing is off the table? You would be correct. They're both tied up at the moment, unfortunately. Be that as it may, it sounds as though you may be caught up in your own work. One of them will surely be back in time, so... Not so fast. You actually called it a good time. We just hit a good stopping point. We'll do this for you, but fair warning, our rates aren't cheap, in case you didn't remember. No, I haven't forgotten. Worry not, you'll have not only my gratitude, but a reward fit for a king, so to speak. As I recall, they were near the western outskirts of the capital, where the highway meets the Lev River. I bid you good luck. So, I really hope Alvis and Regina are okay. Once we get there, they absolutely will be. Normally, I wouldn't stress since they're pretty tough, but, yeah. So we're going by car, right? Yep, once we're ready, we'll hop in my pickup and head over to the western outskirts. We do have 2 connection events to get done before then, but I've also got to go ahead and get my proper SP. We're going to go ahead and keep things moving steadily along, but that's all going to be next time though, so definitely join me then for more Trails Beyond the Horizon. Bye for now, guys.